Hello everybody and welcome back to No Man's Sky. Cobalt Dale here, and I'm glad you guys tuned back in. I hope you guys are enjoying the series, and before we kick everything off, if you guys don't mind, remind you a little bit here about hitting that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to catch more videos like this. I'm trying to hit that 100 subscribers, and once I hit that 100 subscribers, I'm going live. We're going to start doing live streams. But I hope you guys are enjoying it. If you are, leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. Tell me if I'm doing good. Tell me if I'm doing bad. Heck, I just like talking to people. So if you guys will kick back, relax, and listen to what I got to say. In the last episode, we got attacked as we flew into a solar system and we got ourselves a freighter, which we have a little A-class freighter, which is perfect. So it's completely upgradable from what we have right now. We have a couple damaged items that we had to fix, which was our shields and our hyperdrive for our starship. So we need to get some magnetized ferrite. Well, we don't have any of that with us. That's back at our base. And then we have to use our rusted metal for ferrite so we can make all that stuff. Our multi-tool's upgraded pretty decently. We're doing pretty good with that. So we're doing all right. We got just about everything we need in our exosuit to keep us going. We got Artemis's communicator. And we also met, the last episode, we met Apollo. And Apollo told us that we needed to get our base upgraded before we started doing a contract with him or working with him as partners. So he made us come visit a guy in this station here that we're at now to help us upgrade our base. And I said in the last episode, that's what we're going to do for this episode. And that's what we're going to do is we're going to upgrade our base. We're going to get ourselves a couple employees and maybe a bigger structure, that kind of thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to take off from here. We're not going to fly out. We're just going to take off and we're going to head to the portal and we're heading back to our base. And that way we'll get started and we'll get set up and hopefully have ourselves a decent base. We got ourselves that freighter, which we can have a base on that too, but that takes a little bit more work and we need a lot more materials. But once we get our base of operations set up, then we can start upgrading our freighter. Our freighter is in this system, so we're doing pretty good. And we got ourselves a little bit of nanites, got ourselves a little bit of units, still not enough to upgrade our ship any, which we'd like to do, start upgrading and putting a few more things into it. But for now, we're doing all right. We need to get our weapons upgraded. That's the biggest thing with our starship right now. So let's get back to our base and I'll see you guys there. All right, that wasn't too bad. Now we're back to our base. Check it out. And last time we were here, we put windows in our base so we could see outside a little bit. Since we do live on a frozen planet, that now we need to construct a few things. Ooh, what is that? Hello, what was that? Oh, there's some flying creatures outside. They were flying inside the base. Nice. We got ourselves a couple refiners. So what I'm going to do is we're going to start off this way. Is we're going to go back into our refiner here, go into our backpack, and we're going to find, nope, into our starship. That's where we got our rusted metal at. I'm going to cut that stack in half. We're going to stick that in the refiner and see that 2 rusted metal makes one rusted metal makes 2 ferrite dust. So we're going to get that started right now because that's going to take us a little while. 3.5 minutes for 250. So we'll start that in this refiner and then we'll come over here to this refiner and we'll start in this one, the other half of that stack. This way we can have double the ferrite. We need magnetized ferrite. We need pure ferrite. And let's see, we go into here, which is in our build menu, and we got ourselves a cylindrical room. That will be the beginning of our base. We've got a few other things that we've picked up. We got that Geo Roamer Bay from Apollo's contact. So now we can have ourselves an exocraft and we can start upgrading that here in the future. But we have to get a few materials like paraffinium and things like that. In here, we got ourselves a construction terminal, which is for our base overseer. And we got ourselves a base salvage capsule. The base salvage capsule is used for when you destroy any other bases. All those materials, well, at least most of those materials, I should say about 80% of those materials, will appear in this base salvage capsule, so you get your materials back. But if you don't have this set up at another base, when you delete your base, everything disappears and you don't get anything back. So that's a nice little bonus. And then I picked up a bunch of stuff, a bunch of rewards from the Anomaly at the Quicksilver vendor that are base building rewards and decorations. I wanted to get those because if I delete any other saves, then I lose those things too. But we won't be putting any of those in. That's not a big deal. And then we've got to power our new base. So first of all, we hit that save beacon. We got our ferrite cooking away. Oh, did I not start this here? No, I didn't. Got to push the start button. Otherwise, it won't be refining anything. Okay, let's check our inventory. We've got a couple things there. We need to go into our storage container where we got some extra materials. We got some pure ferrite here. We're going to take that out because we need that pure ferrite to help us build our new base. Okay, so we're going to take, let's see, pure ferrite. We need magnetized ferrite, so we'll take that out. That'll help us build our base a little bit. Some metal platings, which we need. And that should be about it for the building materials at this point. So let's get started. We're going to come out here. Wait, let's do this. We're going to go into our build menu. And we're going to go into edit place pieces. And we're going to go into an aerial view. This way we can look around and see where we need to build our base. We got this set up here, which is pretty nice. This could be our workshop. I think if we build, yeah, this area back here is kind of open a little bit. Look at that, a pillar. We could actually build our base on that pillar. That would be pretty cool, right? Yeah, and later in the game, we could get ourselves a teleport module to go from there to there. That'd be pretty cool, huh? Yeah, this way we're up off the ground. We could build a landing pad up in the air. Ooh, look, birds. Squirrel. It's like in that movie Up where the dog always sees a squirrel. But look at this. Wow. It's kind of a dome-shaped pillar. Wow. I wonder, we could build our base up there. But I think for now, what we're going to do just so we can get this moving along is I think we're going to build that cylinder right here on the ground. That'll be okay for now. Whoops. There it is. We'll get this cylindrical room. That takes 250 pure ferrite just for this. That's absolutely insane. Oh, that's a lot. But then we could move things around. Look at that. What? Oh, it's attaching to the storage box inside our base. So what we can do here, do we have? Yeah, we have a straight corridor. We could attach a straight corridor there. And then once we do that, we can put the cylindrical room. And this way we have a doorway to get in and out of that. Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, 75 pure ferrite for a corridor. Now we'll put our cylindrical room there. Plop that down. Now we go into edit. And this is where it's going to get a little tricky. So we're going to take our storage box off of there. We're going to move it. And we're coming out here real fast. Since that's the back of the hill right there, we're going to attach our storage box there. Uh-oh, our starship is too close. All right, so we got to move our starship, boys and girls. Give me just a second. We're going to run outside. Let's come over here. We'll land it over here, huh? Oh, are you serious? We need landing fuel in it? What is going on here? God, they got to make things so difficult sometimes. All right, watch this. This is what we're going to do. We're going to move our... Oh, we're almost out of launch fuel. That's why. We're going to land right here on this landing pad. Eventually, we'll have a landing pad for our own on our base, which would be all right. But I'll tell you, in survival mode, this is getting difficult. The materials and resources are so much harder to gather Because look, it takes 250 pure ferrite to build a cylindrical room. Okay, let's get back inside where our hazard protection's taken care of. Go back into our build mode, right? We're gonna edit pieces. We'll grab that, back out the door, and now we should be able to build our little thing there. Okay, that is facing in. This way it's attached to our cylindrical room, which is perfect. Let's color this blue and white with wood paneling. That looks good. We'll stick that right there. So that's attached to that, and this will be attached to our shop. Okay, now we got to come in here. We're going to remove this wall, and then we're going to place a wooden door in here. So we got to pick the top angled door so that fits in there, which gives us access, it should, to our cylindrical room. Look, there's our storage container. Now all we got to do is run power from here to there. So now we'll go back into the fly camera mode again in our editing. We'll come out here. Since we got our solar panels and everything outside here, what we're going to do is we're going to take a wire and we're going to kind of snake it around the outside of this building, bring it out, stick it in the dirt there, and then we're going to come around here and get this done. So I'm going to try and get this done as quickly as possible so it doesn't take so long, so we can get through this part of the episode. Oh, okay, come on, hit right there in the dirt, and then we'll go from there. Whoops, whoopsie, made a mistake. All right, we're going back out here. Look out, here I come. Little animals are everywhere. Oh, look at there, it's even off a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna go from there to there. Now that's powered. Cool, we're probably gonna need some more power because them cylindrical rooms do take a lot of power. Don't forget to save while you're doing this in case something happens, the game crashes or something fails. Let's check our batteries to see what our power usage is. We're using 36 of 50 power. So when the sun goes down and our solar panels are not charging anymore, we're going to start using a lot of this 90,000 grid power. So what I like to do, we'll leave the batteries out here. I'm going to add another battery. Ooh, 100 condensed carbon. That's quite a bit. We'll color this black and yellow, is it? I hope that's it. And we'll place that here. We'll go into little fly mode. Just got to get your base prepared because you got to have all these things set up. This way, when you start actually expanding a lot, don't forget to connect it to the power grid. There we go. So that battery starts powering. Now we're going to have to build another solar panel. So we'll go outside and go back up to the roof of our little shack here. We got two up here already, so in order to make this quicker, we're going to put another solar panel down so it charges up that third battery. Every time you place a battery, my rule of thumb is to place another solar panel. This way, you're kind of covered on the back end, and you're not running out of power and things like that. And it charges your batteries faster. Because look, this battery is now being charged with 75 power. This way, our little cylindrical room doesn't run out of power. Now that we got all this built, and we've got our little storage container here attached to our building, which is pretty cool. Now, let's go into build our construction terminal. This is going to help us grow our base. So I'm going to take this. We got chromatic metal and pure ferrite, both in our inventory. See, it takes a lot of pure ferrite to build bases. That's why we started collecting pure ferrite right away. This way, we can have that on hand when we start building our base. So as soon as you get your advanced mining laser to help you start mining advanced materials like pure ferrite and magnetized ferrite, that kind of stuff, collect it. Collect as much ferrite products as you can. There we go. Now we got our construction terminal. It will snap into place when you build your base, but if you've got windows in your cylindrical room, it will not snap into place, and then you'll have to line it up and adjust it whatever way. Now that I've got that construction terminal there, you cannot place a window behind it. It is there for good. Unless you move the terminal. Okay, we got our medium refiner. We're going to put this ferrite dust in our exosuit and continue on with the rusted metal in both of these. Look at that. It makes a lot of rusted metal, so we get 500 ferrite really quick. That's pretty good. And then we're going to refine that down as soon as these two are done, and then we'll make some more pure ferrite, because we went through a lot of pure ferrite. Look, we got 307 left out of a 500, so we used up quite a bit. We gave ourselves a little bit of space in here. We'll hit the save beacon, and as soon as this pure ferrite and stuff is done, then we'll go get ourselves recharge our life support before we run out. Don't need us dying in the middle of this little video trying to show you guys how to get a base built, right? There we go. Got that charged up. That'll take a minute. Let's go in here. First thing we're going to do is we're going to unload some of this material out of our exosuit now. So we'll pop that back in. We got magnetized ferrite. We don't need any more of that since we built the battery. That's why I got the magnetized ferrite out. So we'll put that back in there. We got our regular ferrite. We got a stack of that. Let's take the regular ferrite. We'll leave that in our exosuit. That will go into our starship. The pure ferrite, we'll take that and put that back into the storage container because we got a little bit of it there. Look at there, we're making a little bit of room, a little bit of headway. This takes a little bit, and I know I go on and I ramble on a little bit while we're sitting here waiting for this. But we got ourselves a nice little base set up so far. Now you could move like this portal inside that cylindrical building. You can move all your refiners and all that stuff inside there, but that starts getting crowded. That's why I'm leaving this little wooden building outside connected to this. This way we can get in and out. We can also construct a door because that's what it wants us to do with a pure ferrite. We can put that in, but I don't really need it. So we'll slap it in real fast. Let's go gray and black with a little bit of rust because it's a rusty door because it's exposed to the elements. There we go. Now we got a door to come in and out of the cylindrical room. We don't need it per se. It's nice to have, but we got a door over here in our wooden shed, and that's where our portal comes in. So we don't need that, so I'm going to take that out. So I'm going to go into my edit pieces, and we'll get rid of that door. This way we just got our building, and then we can build whatever we need in here. See, we got that little door, which is nice. I really like that they added this feature, because back in the day, when No Man's Sky was a fledgling thing, when you built a wooden structure, you couldn't attach these prefab buildings to it. So you had to put a wall and everything else around the little corridor. Now the corridor is attached to the wooden structure, and then you can add a door to it so you're not exposed to the elements at any time, which I really like. That's a really great idea that they did that. Okay, here we go. We got that ferrite dust. Let's throw that in there. That'll take another minute. We'll make some more pure ferrite. We can make more magnetized ferrite if we have to later. But we're going to get this going because pure ferrite's more important. We can start building and expanding our prefab structures, and then we don't need our wooden structures anymore. And we have, I do believe, let's go back and check our storage box. Do we have any more glass? No, we don't. We could make some more glass. Oh, and this is another cool feature I want to show you guys. Since we got cadmium, we can take that, and you see down there in the list it says quick transfer. You can now transfer that to your storage container and put these materials away in there. See, we got pure ferrite over here. We're going to throw that into our storage container. We got a lot of pure ferrite. We've been collecting. All right, let's throw that in there too. We got ourselves a lot of copper to make chromatic metal. We'll hold on to that 1,000. No, what we'll do is we'll take that 1,000, cut it in half, throw half of it in our storage container so we got a backup. And then we just take this and add that to that stack. That way that opens up a little bit. We need to go to the space anomaly and buy some more base building parts because we have these extra salvage data modules, which is nice. So we're going to be using those pretty quick. We got a few things to do. Oh yeah, that's right. We need to fix our hyperdrive and we need to get magnetized ferrite. That's what I pulled that out for. Whoopsie. Forgot. That's my bad problem. I've got some bad memory sometimes. I forget what I'm doing. Okay, let's go into the starship. Let's get that magnetized ferrite up in there. Whoop. There, that's fixed. Our ship is now repaired and flyable so we can get back into another battle. We're going to take that magnetized ferrite and quick throw that back into our storage container. We'll take this, move this over to our starship. There we go. Ferrite, we'll take that. We'll put that in our storage container. There we go. We're making some room. We'll move this up here. Our starship's got a little bit of stuff. I'm holding on to the phosphorus because we've got a mission from one of the mission agents at the space station to bring him some phosphorus. We're going to save that for later. Let's take this and we can directly from our refiners drop that stuff now into our quick storage, into our storage box. So we don't need that stuff with us. Okay, we're done with that. We got everything set up. Our base is looking pretty good so far. Let's hit that save beacon. And now we got to go find ourselves a construction overseer. So I want to check the base terminus teleporter and see if it gives us a location of an overseer, which it does not. So what we need to do now is to fly into space in our starship and go find ourselves a construction overseer. Since we're on a free landing pad, we don't need that launch fuel yet, which is a good thing. So we'll take off, fly up into space here real quick. Heat that little pause every time you come out into outer space. I don't understand what that is. Oh, bring news of Artemis's signal lost to nada in space. Summon the anomaly from the quick menu. Well, that gives us the opportunity to head back to the anomaly. So let's do that. We'll summon that bad boy in and we'll go talk to Nada and tell him what's going on. All right, moving right along. I love coming to the anomaly. I wish they'd do some updates, some more updates to the anomaly. I like how it's set up, but I think they could add some more flair like they did to our space stations. I mean, they've added lights and things like that on the floors, like these. They never had those here. These bubble vats, those were about 2 or 3 updates ago. I mean, they're actually doing a lot of stuff, but we need more. Make it feel more like a space station than just some little void space. Hi, Nada, what's going on, buddy? What have you learned, traveler? What generates Artemis Entity's signal? What that portal he went into? I tell Nada how we failed to understand Artemis's location. I explain their strange messages, Apollo and the portal glyphs. Nada pauses. Their lights blink as they process this information. Artemis slips between worlds, into the data fall. Our home lives in these spaces, but these holes are stable, small. Nada is worried, traveler. Cracks between the iterations should not widen. It will not help us. Artemis Entity still does not remember Nada. No, he don't. This is a puzzle, a trap, or a tragedy. Apollo Entity is unknown to Nada. More puzzling still. If Traveler Entity is curious, Nada has advice. Okay, what you got, Nada? The rampant crimson is the work of Atlas Falsity. Other Korvax say deity. Nada knows better. Atlas False Entity hunts Nada, but Traveler may seek them out, draw them away. Cool, so we got some nanites and we got some quicksilver from Nada for that. So he pays us for for our information. Let's go talk to Polo. What's up, Polo? Boundaries are strange things. Boundaries are strange things, traveler friend. Most things stay where they belong. Other things, our home, Atlas, and now Artemis friend, slip between. Curious. What about the portals, Polo? Just devices, traveler friend. To be understood, copied, advanced. That is all we can do with this universe. Yes? Appreciate it. All right, thanks. So now we're going to come back here since we've got those data modules. What we're going to do is we're going to come back here and we're going to buy ourselves a couple more base additions. Now we could put glass hallways in. I want to get a hollow door. That's one thing I want to get. Those are nice. Those work on everything. Okay, we got that. We could put some extra corridors in there. We're going to get that. Get a square room. We're going to get ourselves a foundation for our little base. This way we can put it up on top of that pillar later. And then we got a cylindrical room frame. That's another platform to stand our base up on. Going to get a T-shaped corridor and an X-shaped corridor. That should be good for now. We can get some windows for our cylindrical room later. That takes a few more nanites. Our salvage data modules that we have up here, but I want to go over, look, they've got cuboid rooms too. Those are nice, but what I want to buy is a landing pad so we can attach that to our cylindrical room at our base, and our ship will automatically land there every time we go to our base, so we're not using launch fuel every time we take off. So I'm going to buy this landing pad. That takes 10, which is quite a big investment. And then we got an alternate landing pad that we can just place on the ground anywhere, and ships like trader ships will come and land on these things outside your base, which is pretty cool. So we'll get one of those. But what I'm really after is this teleport pad. We'll get that teleport pad, and then we can install that to where we could use a teleporter to get up to the top of that pillar outside our little cylindrical room, and we can go back and forth in our base. Okay, now we got 20 salvage data left. I want to hold on to those. And once we collect a lot more salvage data, we're going to come back and we're going to start buying a bunch of things here. But until then, I don't want to do that on camera because that's going to take a long time for us. And I don't think you guys want to sit there and watch me dig up data modules and things like that for an hour or two. And eventually we'll get something hooked up in our multi-tool and we'll start being able to scan for hotspots and get like free power. This here is all the new upgrades since the Orbital update for base parts and decorations that we can put in our base. And we're going to start getting some of those here later in the series. But right now, we're going to get out of here. We got the most important things that we needed. Let's see if we can get a backpack upgrade. Perfect. We can get that. All right. We're going to put that in our technology. We're going to try and expand our technology as quickly as possible. Down here, this will be pretty easy. That'll take no time at all. But that technology, man, we need to start upgrading that stuff a little bit. There we go. Now we'll move this over, and that gives a little bit of room for our hazard protection, so we can expand a couple more slots in there. We need to get a few more nanites together. What do we got in our multi-tool? As a weapon, we got that bolt caster, so we're doing pretty good, and we got that pulse spitter. Let's go over here real fast, talk to this guy, Eos, and see if he can give us a multi-tool upgrade. See, we got to spend 250 nanites on a pulse spitter, and then we can buy the extra upgrades for making it a better multi-tool, because that's actually what I want to put into our multi-tool. But we'll wait with that. We're select on nanites. Let's come to the exocraft guy. We can put in our geo bay and have an exocraft here. So what we need to buy is a mining beam, and then we're going to have to buy all the hazard protections for it. This way we're not losing our hazard protection while we're riding around in that little car that we're going to build. So we'll take that. We'll get all these taken away. That's eating up a lot of our nanites. But that's okay. We really need those. This is important for this exocraft. Then we're going to buy some engine upgrades and things like that. We're going to put a radar in it so we can scan for extra buildings. Hopefully we don't run out of nanites. What do we got left? We've got 600 nanites left. So we're going to get the advanced mining laser so we can mine pure ferrite from our car. Let's see. We only got a couple things left, and that's going to eat up the rest of our nanites. Yes, it is. We don't need the mounted cannon yet. We don't need a big cannon. But we got 2 radars we need to get later. That's for lasers. This is for our submarine in the future, and this is for the exomech. So we're going to save on that, and we're pretty good for now. Exocraft boost module, yeah. Let's get that. This way we can go a little bit faster in our exocraft. Now we're going to come back out here. Like I said, every time we come and see the space anomaly, come talk to this guy over here, which his name is Helios. And we tell him about the discoveries we made. He wants minerals. So we're going to give him that discovery. How many nanites we get? Look at there. 300 for all those plant minerals that we've been discovering. All the rocks that we've been scanning. So that helps us out. That gives us extra nanites. And then we'll come over here to Ares. And we'll talk to him. And all the achievements and goals that we've achieved, we get nanites from this dude. Look at there. 750 nanites. So now look, we're right back where we were when we bought all those upgrades and modules and stuff. So now we're pretty much set. Let's go back to our ship and we'll get out of here. Oops, we got to change our little log. We'll unpin that formula. That's for the exocraft. We need to expand our base. So we need to get a base overseer going. And that guy's going to help us out huge. He'll upgrade our base, and when we're upgrading our base, we get blueprints and technologies and things like that for hiring all these people. They'll start helping us, and we'll get free blueprints instead of spending a buttload of nanites on them. Okay, here we go. Let's get the heck out of here. Now we're back in space. Uh-oh. Where is that? Okay, we're going to fly over here for a potential overseer. So I'll see you guys there at the space station. All right, here we are. This is going pretty good. So we got ourselves that little base going. That's pretty sweet. Now there's an overseer, some guy in here. Now what's funny is this is the only overseer you can pick. The way the quest line teaches you. Where is he? I don't see the guy. Where's the marker? Wait, what's going on here? All right, let's go over to the portal and see if there is a place that it tells us to go. Because it told us to come here. I don't see that. Target planet, fleet command room. Yeah, I don't see where our base overseer is. We need to go to a Gek system. I don't know why it told us to come here. The marker sent us here. Oh, I see. So we can make a little save. I'm assuming that's what it is. Okay, that's a little odd. We'll take off out of here and then we'll go outside the space station. And then, see, it tells us to go back in there. I'm not going in there. We're going to go into the galaxy map. I think that's a bug in the game. And we're going to look and see where set this to our current mission. Okay, hold on. I got to get out of here. What did it? Expanding our base. Staff and expand your base. I have established the core of a habitable base out in the wilds. The planet seems a suitable place to settle down, at least for the time being. I should expand and staff my base if I am to make a success out of my new home. The Overseer will help expand your base. Staff are available to hire in space stations, which we got. Okay, let's try this one, the Ghosts in the Machine. So we're gonna expand and staff our new home, which that should tell us where to go. And I think we got to go into the galaxy map now and take a look. Does that give us our current mission? No, it doesn't. Why does it do that? That is so odd. Okay. Let's flip around. We'll go back into the space station. See, something's not right here. I think this little quest line is bugged or something. It's not working right. Expanding the base. This is what it tells us, all right? And it gives us that location to come in here. I know from playing from experience that we need to get a Gek. We are in a Korvax system. So we need to find a Gek Overseer. So maybe here in the space station. See, the marker tells us outside the space station. I don't understand that. So we'll come up here and see if we can't find ourselves a base overseer somewhere here. There's a Gek over there. Let's go talk to this guy. What's his name? Something you can't pronounce. That'll probably be our guy. Nope, that is not him. So our next goal is to find a Gek running around here, if there is another one. Hopefully we could find one. I don't understand. It tells us come to the space station, but yet it shows us in the space station a marker to go back outside the space station to find the guy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here, right? And we're going to go, whoops, wrong spot. We're going to the station terminus. We're going to find a Gek system. Okay, right here. We're in the current system. This is what I don't understand. Is why it's telling us to go here. Let's go there and see if it really makes a difference. Okay, that didn't work. Boys, girls, we're going to try something different here. Do we have... Ooh, there is an exotic ship. And we don't have enough units. This is twice now they've done this to me. This is breaking my heart. And the quest is broken. See, they're supposed to come out with a patch and fix all this crap. Now I'm just annoyed. See, we can't even exchange it. We need 19 million. We're 10 million units short of getting ourselves an exotic ship. All right. I don't understand what's going on. This is making no sense. All right. Expand the base. We got all these other quests going on, and I think it's interfering with what we're doing. Expanding the base. That's what we want. Expand the base. It's bugged out. And I didn't see any more Gek. Oh, there's one. Let's go talk to this guy. Maybe this is him. Nope, this is not the guy. We'll learn a word from him. Okay, there's a Gek right there. Talk to him. Hopefully we can find ourselves a base overseer. If not, we're going to have to go to a Gek system and find ourselves a Gek. Because for some odd reason, this is broken. And I don't understand what's going on here. This is the first time I've ever been misled like this. Since they changed these space stations around, things are a little bit different. Those are all the Gek here. So I'm going to go over here and we're going to get back into this portal thing. We're going to look for a Gek station. Because that's usually what the quest tells you to do, is go to a Gek system. Alright, see, this is the take a picture. I don't know if that's a Gek system or what. Let's click on this. What is this? This is a Viking system. This is a Gek system. So we'll warp there. See you on the other side. Okay, hopefully we can find ourselves a base overseer here. Otherwise, this is going to be really frustrating. I'll come over to this side because this is where most of these guys usually hang out. So we'll start talking to everybody. Nope, this is not the base overseer. We're going to learn a bunch of words here. All right, we'll learn the word friendship. There we go, demand. Let's talk to this guy. Nope, not him. Did we just get done talking to that dude? What is going on here? All right. This is not the base overseer. Where is the base overseer? This is annoying me. Okay, I'm a little confused. See, they used to have a base overseer in every space station. Now, you can't find one unless it's in the quest itself. This is so annoying. Alright. Here's a Gek. Let's talk to him. Is it really you? Forgive me. I've been searching for such a long time. I am contracted to aid you in this and every cycle. Don't worry. Everything was paid for a long time ago. It's all quite above board. As a stranger speaks, a smell assaults me, a pheromone infesting my brain, giving me memories of places I've never visited, of actions I've never took. Of myself in a mirror, aged and alone, of this Gek cradling their fallen brethren, of a bargain made many, many years ago from now. Excuse me, of a bargain made many years from now, a contract signed across the cosmos. The vision ends and the overseer remains. The overseer promises to expand my base, allowing me to recruit other workers. They require a construction terminal to get started. Now you can decline this or you can hire the guy. But as the thing is going right now, the quest is kind of bugged. But any Gek system or station that you go to will have an overseer there if you're looking for a specific name or an easy name to pronounce. Honestly, I don't care what their name is as long as they do their job. So we're going to hire this guy. There is something compelling about this Gek. They shall feel at home in my home. And there we go. His name is Captain Tunnant. All right. So we got him. He'll be here until we leave. And we got to go back to our base now. But I want to check a couple little things. Make sure we can get some stuff. Check some upgrade modules going on. There's hot and cold protection here. And that's what we've got already, right? Yeah, we got toxic and cold. We could get a hot protection. So we got enough just for that. But I think I want to come down here to the exocraft guy because we're going to be building an exocraft here shortly too. So let's check this out. I want to get through this really fast. See if there's any upgrades for our exocraft. Of course not. Why would there be? All right, that was a waste of time. So we're going to come over here. And we're going to hit that terminus from the second floor. This is kind of nice. And now we'll go back to our base and talk to the overseer. I'll see you guys on the other side. All right, just like that, we're back at our base. What is that? Oh, that's our ship. See, we don't have that landing pad built yet. So our ship appears inside our base. We're going to hit the save beacon since we're back. And now we can come over here and talk to our base overseer. See, we hired him and he teleported over here as quickly as possible. So let's talk to him now. You have so much to learn, so much to see, and this place will be our home amidst the infinite. Take this glass and let starlight flood into our jolly home. Thanks, Captain. There we go. Now we can collect frost crystals off this planet, and they're just like silicate powder. You got to put them in a refiner and grind them down, and they'll make glass. So it takes 40 frost crystals. I think it's easier to gather silicate powder, but that's my opinion. You guys can harvest whichever you choose, silicate powder or frost crystals. Everything pours through glass in the end, but there's time enough for that. There are other things we have to do. If you prepare chromatic metal, I will use it to calibrate a science terminal suitable for a Korvax entity. The Korvax have suffered terribly at the hands of my people. Be kind to them, I beg of you. The Overseer asked me to gather chromatic metal in preparation for the recruitment of a Korvax scientist. Captain Tunnett is already making themselves useful. A science terminal, a new Korvax guest, and all for just a handful of chromatic metal. Cool. Since we've already got chromatic metal in our starship, we'll take that and we'll put that in our exosuit real fast. This way you can take it from us. This way it records. And he will give us the Korvax terminal. Okay, it just acknowledged that we got our chromatic metal. And now he's ready. It takes a few seconds. I don't understand why. There you are again, traveler. I am sure you have the required materials this time. The Overseer speaks strangely, implying that we have performed this encounter before. I have no memory of such meetings. I ask who paid them for the service they are performing for me. They laugh and claim that my child did many years from now. I do not know what they are talking about. The Overseer asked me for the chromatic metal. Here you go. Have some chromatic metal. Perfect, friend. I knew you would succeed. Just what I need to finish the science terminal plans. There we go. And he took 40 chromatic metal from us. So we need chromatic metal and magnetized ferrite to build a science terminal. We have that blueprint. We have littered the universe in our greed, traveler. This planet is no exception, but there is much that can be done with litter. Make your way to an abandoned structure and harvest the data from their terminals. I shall use it to fashion us plans for a storage container. Captain Tunnett is reflective for a Gek. They almost seem to regret the greed that characterizes their people. They wish to make something new from the remains of the old. Is this just greed in disguise or something else? Whatever their motive, the Overseer claims I will find data for a storage container blueprint in a nearby structure. You won't regret it, friend. I've marked you a site that seems to be ripe for exploitation. Alright, so we got that. Now we could build ourselves that science terminal. We do have the blueprint for it. And that'll give us the quest to go find a Korvax scientist. But we're going to wait with that. What we're going to do first is the expanding the base quest line, which that will give us. We'll hop into our starship, but we're going to save it. Hop into our starship. And that will give us directions. We got to put some launch fuel in this bad boy before we take off. All right. Here we go. Now we take off, and that should give us the location of an abandoned structure that we need to go get our blueprints from for storage containers, which is perfect because that will give us the complete set of 10 storage containers for our base. And that will help us tremendously with storing items. Look, there's the marker, and I believe it's right up here. Maybe. Yep, here it is. An abandoned structure. We'll land right here. Cool, cool, cool. All right, let's get out, check all the goodie boxes. You know how that goes. Got to make our money somehow, right? Even if it is for all the free stuff. And then we'll hit that save beacon. Take a look around real quick. Look for any yellow icons in our scanner. See if we can make some extra money. Cargo drops, anything. Look. 300 units away, 265. Most of those units are 200 unit, or most of those technology modules are 300 units away. But let's hurry up and get inside this building. Now I want to show you this. These whispering eggs, you can shoot these and pick them up. But once you do, there's monstrosities that come out, and they're very vicious creatures. If you're not prepared for it, they will kill you. So you got to be very careful. But if you gather up all those eggs around this abandoned building, They will give you larval cores, and larval cores can be refined in your refiner for nanites. And it's an easy way to get nanites, but you got to be prepared. I don't think we're tough enough to handle those guys yet. I'm not as good as some of the other content creators when it comes to gathering those things. All right? So if you want to do it at your own peril. I don't care. I'm not going to die in this episode. Let's take this stuff and destroy it. Some little goop. User identified. Terminal active. Accessing schematics. The place the Overseer has led me to has long since fallen into disrepair. Its panels are buried beneath the same oily, pulsating fauna that I have seen before in long abandoned buildings. The air is fetid and damp. I power up the terminal with the little hope of success, but to my surprise, it buzzes noisily and springs to life. My Overseer's intuition has served me well so far. I shall have to trust that these schematics contain the required data. All right, so now that we got that, we can go back to our base and talk to the Overseer. But I want to take a look around, see if we can gather up any goodies or freebies that are close. We need to gather up a bunch of buried technology. I will save that for an off the camera after this episode is over. This way you guys don't have to sit there and watch me run around for 2 hours gathering up all the technology modules, because we need at least 100 of them, if not more. And that's going to take a couple hours. So we're going to take off and we're going to head back to the base. All right, we'll go back to the way we came. I'm glad it isn't too far away. I kind of like this planet. It's nice and quiet for the most part. It's got a lot of islands and a lot of water. So you can pick a decent place to build a base. This is just where I grabbed real quick because it's next to a minor settlement. You can always move your base to another location anytime in the future. All right, I'm going to land at the landing pad. This way we can take off without needing launch fuel. All right, we got that. I want to run inside here, hit the Galactic Trade Terminal. Oh, look at there. We can get some more free nanites. Cool. Pick up the cryptid data right there. Let's buy. I think we need... Oh, I forget that they don't give you ferrite or magnetized ferrite or things like that in survival mode. This is such a depressing moment. All right, we're going to get 10 more of these because I need 10 of these. And I think it's 3 of these. That's a lot of money. 82,000 for microprocessors. Can we make those? I think we can. Can we not? Yes, we can. So we'll make 3 of those. That took up a lot of our chromatic metal. Ooh, look at there. We got us we'll put that in our starship. That in our starship. That goes in our starship. We'll put that back in our starship, that chromatic metal. This way we got a little bit of room. Let's check this again. That's a C class. I keep forgetting. All right, so we'll run into... Where'd it go? Oh, it's over here. I was like, where'd our base go? It was there a minute ago. All right, we'll run back in here and we'll hit the save beacon. Got to hit that save religiously. That's my opinion with that. Okay. What did we get? Come on. Captain Tunnett. You are back. I'm so glad, friend. I will extract the storage blueprint as soon as I have the data. Here you go. It is good to see the Gek is so invested in the success of our home. They are clearly happy to see me, energized for the task at hand. Here you go, buddy. Here's your blueprint, as promised. A trivial task. Their code was just sitting there to be manipulated. And there we go. We get all the blueprints for each individual storage container, which will expand our storage containment tremendously 10 times. So now we can gather as many materials as we want and store it away. But we have to build them first before we can start storing things. He says, now then, Do you think, friend, that we should put that science terminal to use? Fill our home with the clicks and lights of the Korvax. It would be so lovely. The Overseer feels the base would benefit from a Korvax scientist. They would like to see good use made of the blueprint they worked so hard on. Okay? I'm so glad we had this chat, friend. So now he wants us, before we can progress any further in the storyline, to put in a construction terminal, which I'm going to do, but we need to expand our base and everything like that. So we need to gather up some materials, because right now we don't have enough materials in our storage and our inventory to expand as far as I'd like to. So we're going to hit the save beacon, and I'm going to call the episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will start showing you what the Overseer and the rest of the stuff is for the next couple episodes on expanding our base so we can get all our operations set up and ready to go. And after that, we're going to continue on with the main storyline. But until then, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of these videos. And remember, I'm trying to hit that 100 subscriber mark. Once I do that, then I can start live streaming and you can guys see this live. So I don't have to sit here and edit videos, and you guys can talk to me, give me pointers, tips and tricks and things like that, so we can continue on with the storyline. We'll start a fresh save when I start going live. This way you guys can follow along and grow with me as I grow. But until then, I want you guys to stay safe, stay sexy, and peace out.